Hallo, ich bin Chovwe aus Roboland, Delta State, Nigeria. Ich lese heute eine Geschichte von meinem eigenen Buch, The Dying Thief. Unbelievable Marriage. Lucas Koenig felt at home in Nigeria. He had worked there for 20 years. Throughout those years, he made a lot of friends and had a lot of Nigerian contacts. He planned his retirement and returned to Germany that year. At 52, Lucas was still a bachelor. His colleagues at his office organized a farewell party in his honor. On that day, he announced to his colleagues that he wished to get married to Edore. She was one of the Nigerian girls who worked in his office. Edore herself and her other colleagues were surprised. Edore and Lucas were close friends, and she had no idea that Lucas loved her. In fact, he had never revealed his feelings for her. Edore had visited Lucas after the gathering, still in her usual manner. Lucas confessed to her that he had secretly loved her, but had been waiting for the right time to reveal it to her. Edore, though still surprised, hugged him. Lucas told her he wanted them to get married as soon as possible. Edore told him it was common in Nigeria to have the customary marriage alongside church, Islamic, or court marriages. Lucas was interested. "You have to find time to teach me all about the traditional marriage thing," he pleaded with Edore. Edore took a break from her job shortly. She explained all she knew about the traditional marriage to Lucas. He had no problem with the Nigerian culture. He wanted Edore to teach him every evening about each stage of the traditional marriage. Edore laughed. She told Lucas there was no written stage of the traditional marriage that must be adhered to, but it would be best to explain to him as much as possible all that would be involved. Edore took Lucas to her family not before long. They were glad Edore would be marrying a German. Edore's uncle called her aside and asked her if she could really cope with the differences in their cultures. It was then that Edore told him Lucas could eat gari and cope well with her culture. Her uncle was amazed. The traditional marriage was fixed for the following year. Lucas and Edore donned the traditional Urhobo attire. Edore looked gorgeous in her headgear and two-piece cloth. Lucas didn't look so good in his hat and cloth. He held a working staff to complement his dressing. The ceremony was well attended by some Germans who lived in Nigeria and many of their colleagues from the office. Lucas met all the requirements of the traditional marriage. He was accompanied by his 3 intimate Nigerian friends. None of his family members was present at the ceremony. He was an only child and his parents were long dead. Lucas presented kola nuts, bottles of hard drink, 3 bags of salt, a bag of rice, a bag of black-eyed beans, 2 gallons of red palm oil, and 24 yards of Nigerian wax. The bride price was a token of 20 naira. Lucas smiled during each step of the ceremony. The first step involved the presentation of a fake bride to the bridegroom. Edore's elder sister Najite was presented to Lucas. He told them she wasn't his bride, as he had been tutored earlier by Edore. He gave her some amount of money and she left with her entourage. Again, Edore's younger sister Erona was presented to Lucas. Lucas said the same thing and gave her money, and she left with her entourage. Finally, Edore was escorted to the stage by her entourage amidst encomiums. Thank you.